It's critically important we maintain the taste profile and the specialness of our iconic brand.
Hey everyone, it's worth listening to these 6 minutes of the most recent Hershey's Q4 2024 earnings call. It's the first time that Cellular Agriculture has been mentioned on a public earnings call by one of the world's largest chocolate companies. We've already seen the partnership with California Cultured with a Japanese chocolate maker. It'll be interesting to see what some of the other large chocolate makers end up doing over the next 5 years.
Good morning and welcome to the pre-recorded discussion of the Hershey Company's fourth quarter 2024 earnings results. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Chairman and CEO, Michelle Buck.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. This is a transformational time for Hershey. As we mentioned in our last earnings call, we expect the surge in cocoa prices to continue to put significant pressure on earnings in 2025. That said, we remain laser-focused on driving top-line and share momentum while executing against our transformation and efficiency programs. Moving now to our Q4 results. Net sales grew 8.7%. Everyday U.S. candy, mint, and gum business increased 1.7%, with growth across chocolate, sweets, and mint, driven by our robust slate of new products and media investment, despite soft convenience store traffic. Reese's Caramel and Lava Big Cup contributed 1 point to our everyday chocolate retail sales growth.
Ever since Reese's came out with their new Chocolate Lava Big Cup with a delicious layer of chocolate lava, people visiting the lava flows have been pretty confused.
That stuff looks delicious!
I want to eat lava!
It looks so good!
Just a little taste!
Don't eat lava, eat chocolate lava.
Get in my mouth, lava!
Don't eat lava, eat ooey gooey chocolate lava.
It's lava time, baby!
No!
Don't eat lava! Eat new Reese's Chocolate Lava Big Cups!
Reese's grew double digits across international markets, driven by distribution and retail execution, with significant expansion opportunity ahead of us across Europe, Australia, and the Middle East. Turning now to cocoa. For 2025, we have very good visibility into our cocoa costs and physical supply. As many of you know, cocoa markets remain volatile, driven by low levels of financial market liquidity. We continue to believe that current high prices are not reflective of market fundamentals. Even with a lower outlook for the 24-25 mid-crop, consensus continues to indicate global supply and demand in balance to a slight surplus. That is before consideration of any further global demand destruction resulting from persistent high market prices. We are already seeing signs of cocoa end users adapting through reformulation and off-exchange hedging mechanisms, which we expect will only accelerate.
Reformulation is changing the ingredients of your product in order to, say, offset some of the high cocoa costs. So maybe you add more sugar, maybe you add other types of ingredients to try and bring that cost of that ingredient down.
Moreover, funding and partnerships for longer-term cocoa solutions, including Cellular Agriculture, increased by at least $200 million since 2022. We continue to advance our sourcing and hedging strategies, including origin and supply chain diversification, while investing in our cocoa science program. The strength of our R&D team gives us a greater opportunity to leverage all potential sources of cost savings without compromising on the high quality and great taste of our products that consumers love. We are managing this business for the long term while controlling what we can in the short term. Historically high cocoa prices will pressure earnings this year, as we previously communicated. As is always the case, we are monitoring many factors to inform the go-forward strategy, pricing, and investment decisions to position us for balanced top and bottom line growth in 26 and beyond. While we continue to view today's high cocoa prices as transient, Our teams are readying opportunities for quick execution, and we are prepared to adjust our pricing, price pack architecture, formulations, demand shaping, and investment strategies should our view on the commodity markets evolve.
Our next question is from Michael Lavery with Piper Sandler. Please proceed with your question.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
You mentioned in your prepared remarks you're seeing cocoa end users adapting through reformulation. Could you maybe touch on what exactly you're seeing there and if you are reformulating yourselves as well?
So we have over the last several years always looking at, where there may be some opportunities on formulation, but, it's critically important we maintain the taste profile and the specialness of our iconic brands. And so it's a place we look at, we test, and in some parts of our portfolio, over time, we've made some changes. We'll continue to look in that space. And I would say in all the changes that we've made thus far, there has been no consumer impact whatsoever. As you can imagine, even on the smallest brand in the portfolio, if we were to make a change, there's extensive consumer testing. So it's an area we look at, but we definitely want to make sure that we're focused on the consumer.
And we know that in food and ingredients, disruptions happen quickly and they happen as S-curves, right? That's the way they happen. And we've seen 10 to 15-year disruptions in ingredients in food. In fact, think about Pepsi and Coke. In the US, Pepsi and Coke, both in the 1980s, went from all sugar, all cane as a source of sugar, to all corn as a source of sugar in 4 years. 4 years. And that was a key ingredient in Pepsi and Coke. And that disruption happened in 4 years. And no consumer behavior change was needed. And this is not a veggie revolution, right? This is not just about plant-based this or that, right? What is happening today is the second domestication of plants and animals. So we're going from domesticating large organisms, the cow, the sheep, the horse, the chicken, to essentially microorganisms as a source of food. That's essentially what's been happening over the last 10 to 20 years. We're domesticating microorganisms as a source of food.
We have been seeing some increased global demand across the market for cocoa alternatives. So we are seeing some folks who are pressured, who perhaps have the opportunity to, switch to cocoa butter alternatives. Obviously, we do that where possible, but we're pretty precious about the brands and what they stand for with consumers. Yeah, it does create some demand destruction in the market as we see others do that.
They don't want to reformulate, and they really care about their customers, and they really care about their products. Kind of seems like all they would need to do is replace cocoa with cell culture cocoa.
Okay, got it. And you touched on something I don't think you've mentioned before, which is the potential for cellular agriculture being a long-term solution. Is that, how far on the horizon, how far off is that? Is that something to kind of consider as a potential substitute? Or how should we just think about what role, if any, that may play over the next, say, few years?
It's something we're watching very closely. I don't think it is necessarily near term, but I think it can be a game changer, and it's certainly getting a lot of investment right now. So I think it's something to watch.
Thanks always for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.